what we are going to discuss is establishing a best-in-class family office and hiring the right service provider. We'll keep it crisp and short. I know it's been a very long day for most of you here. The biggest challenge for today, for a client today, is on one, he is diversified. People talked about diversification today, diversification across asset classes, diversification across markets. And the biggest challenge one faces is how do you consolidate all that investments I have onshore, offshore into trust formation. I'll start with Milind. With markets becoming complicated, client reporting, what are the challenges for a client? Is this all this diversification story, asset allocation, is it adding more challenges to a client in terms of reporting structures? Right. Is it getting easy for a client, or is it getting more challenging consolidating the entire holding into one and then getting a precise view on what asset allocation he holds?
In fact, you hit the nail. That's a serious problem I think all of us face in aggregating data across multiple advisors, dealing with multi-asset classes, dealing with multi-markets, and so on. That's a challenge. Yes, there are some potential solutions around that in terms of how do you kind of overcome each of these challenges. There is the current option with most of us is to kind of manage this aggregation manually, where all the data is aggregated across multiple advisors, got them manually and kind of feed into system so that the system can produce an aggregated statement. But that's not something which is scalable. That may have its own challenges in terms of how delayed the statement can potentially go to a client, or if it's a single family office trying to manage their own investments and aggregating that, it's a challenge as well. So potentially there are some solutions. If can I route all my transactions through a custodian, which is fine, service provider like Orbis can potentially provide, where you can have all your assets aggregated with a custodian, so it becomes a single source of information for you. So that's one potential option. The second potential option for anybody to aggregate data is using technology, where you have a technology called screen scraping, which allows you to kind of get into various advisors' website and get your portfolio statement scraped through that and get it updated onto your system. So that's a second potential solution what we have. That's been put into use by various industry, as well as there are industry solutions available around that currently. I think that would really break through in terms of automating, where you are dealing across multi-markets, multi-products, and you may have providers, and as an investor you may not be comfortable dealing with a single custodian or so on. So this is, I believe, is a single solution which can really resolve the problem for aggregating this data.
Thanks, Milan. Since Milan touched upon custodian service, I'll go to Atul. One, on if you can elaborate on how does a custodian service work for an Indian client and a NRI based outside. How easy is the process? How easy is the process of inheritance? And how easy is the process of KYC for a client across asset classes, across geography?
I feel through the custodian, who primarily is an independent service provider, who is not going to be in any conflict with any other vendors or service providers on the family office platform. So in effect, your custodian is complementing the services of your other vendors and not competing versus them, which is a very important ingredient. Having said that, it may sound a little complex, but I think custody is the simplest of all the platforms to work with. Here is a single custodian, or here is a single service provider, where all your assets can be aggregated. The assets could be in multi-markets, I mean including global markets, could be in multi-currencies, could be in multiple asset classes. They all get aggregated into your single account sitting in the books of your custodian, and that custodian does his reporting to you, your family. The reporting can, under your instructions, also extend right up to your tax advisor, so that at the year end or at periodical intervals, you don't need to worry about collating all your data. It's all sitting at one place, and it can be shot across under your authority by us to your nominee. Similarly, I'll go one step further because we've all been through these hiccups in our life. 3 years later, 4 years later, the income tax commissioner, they wake up and pull your file out for a scrutiny. Now you get your nightmare. Where is that data? How do I pull out all those records? Here is a custodian who's anyway required to keep your records for 10 years. So all your records can be pulled out under a single instruction from you and passed on. I think I need to take you a step back. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long.
No.
But as a custodian, we are not a broker. We are not supposed to be a broker. We are not supposed to be a fund manager. We are not supposed to be a financial product distributor. As a result, we are just clearing members of the exchanges. We are depository participants. We have a platform that's complete fund accounting, reporting triggered on multiple platforms, so that it's all working seamlessly over to you. And this extends whether you're a domestic client, whether you are an overseas client, whether you're a domestic client investing into the global markets, you can all be going through a custody platform. And you don't need to be a billionaire to have a custodian for your service provider.
Taking a point from that, how do you address the challenge of relying completely on a single custodian service?
Well, ultimately, if you look at it globally as well, you do have a single custodian sitting at the apex level. The client is going and investing into multiple markets. There are many markets where that global custodian is not physically directly present themselves, and they have a sub-custodian there. And that sub-custodian is reporting to the global custodian, and the global custodian is consolidating it and reporting to the client. So that takes care of all your needs, which is addressing multi-markets, multi-currencies, and multi-assets as well.
Taking the point from where Milind left on the essence of reporting and with client becoming more active in terms of portfolio reviews and the kind of actionables and the investment objectives, whether the investments are within the line of investment objectives stated. I would like to go to Sharad and ask on how a report can play an important a tool as a 360-degree feedback for a client in terms of holding he has. Now, what all can a report do for a client?
This reminds me of an incident when I was a school-going kid. So every year you have 2 exams, half yearly and at the end of the year, and you get your report cards. So that used to be a dreadful day, not because I was a bad student, but my father would look for what's the rank. If it is 1, pass. If it is 2, he will start all over again and what happened, what not happened. So one day he asked me, why are you so scared of results? I said, I'm not scared of results, I'm scared of you. So he said, look, the report card that you get is not for the past year, it is for the next year. So I realized over the period of time what he meant to say, and drawing parallels on the investment management front. If you look at typically how investment management, whether we are advisor or we are from a fund management family, it starts from getting a client, putting his investments in, looking at the back end, the operations, all those things, and after a month or every month, month on month, giving him what the returns are, the reports. However, and once the reports are shipped out, it is the end of that period, and then the reporting team would wait for the next month to end, and then again the load comes and all those things happen. In very few occasions, I have seen at very few fund houses or with wealth managers that they lay any emphasis on what these reports tell the customer. Whether these reports are just for information perspective of what the returns are, or they can throw some light on what has gone right and wrong and how it can be improved to complete that 360-degree view. So from that perspective, report is very important. So think of a case, we have been discussing throughout the day asset allocation, India.